Sometimes you might need a pick-me-up, a push in the right direction, some words that help put you back on track. This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast with your motivational moment.
Good morning! This is the Learn, Develop, Live podcast. I'd like to welcome you to your motivational moment for the week. My name is still Chris Jaggs, and I'd like to know, how are you today? How is the world treating you? And I hope you are having an incredible week so far. We have a slightly different direction for our speakers today, and we'll be going down the parenting route. Now, whether you're a parent or not, I am with my preteen daughter Casey and our little devastator, little Finley. And you know what? It's hard, but it's still very, very rewarding. Even if you're not a parent yourself, you'll definitely get something from this clip. Now we have Shelly Lefkoe, who will be sharing two key points to raising kids to have a life-affirming belief, who feel their power and know that they're good enough. Here is Shelly.
I have a job for you. You are going to be responsible for the emotional, physical, spiritual, intellectual development of a human being. Okay? Everybody qualified? No pressure. But seriously, if somebody said to you, I have a job, you're going to be in charge of the emotional, spiritual, intellectual development of a human being. How many people would say, not a problem? You need training to drive a truck. You need training to do someone's hair, to be a hairdresser. You need training to be a pole dancer. But anybody could be a parent. Are you kidding me? So today, I am going to give you 3 keys and 1 principle that will help you raise children who have life-affirming beliefs, who feel their power, and who know that they're good enough. Period. Yes, yes? Okay. So, I have worked with thousands of people from Mozambique to Minnesota, from Albuquerque to Albania, and from New Delhi to New Jersey. And virtually everybody, just like you all raised your hands before, virtually everybody has the beliefs. I'm not good enough, I'm not important, and I'm powerless. So I want to do an experiment. We kind of did this a little bit before, but I want everybody to close your eyes. No peeking, all right? I'm certain, no peeking, so close your eyes. I want you to raise your hand if you procrastinate. Wow, okay, so 90% of the room. Put your hands down. I want you to raise your hand if some part of your day you feel anxiety. Raise your hand. Good, about 85, 90%. Now, last one, I want you to raise your hand if you ever worry about what people think of you. Yes, everybody. Great. How would you like to raise children? And if you don't have children, I promise there's value if you just listen. But how would you like to raise children who don't have any of those issues? Who are in life free to be authentic, to express themselves? How would you like to have children who spend their lives not getting better, but making a difference? Yes, yes? Okay, good. So, we have heard for 4 days now that our beliefs determine our behavior, right? If your beliefs determine your behavior, what is your job as a parent? Say it again. What do you mean the best? What's your job as a parent? Yes, to facilitate or teach your children, to instill in your children positive beliefs about themselves, life, and people. Yes? Yes. So let's say it. My job as a parent is to help my children form positive beliefs about themselves, life, and people. Yes? Good. Okay. Key number 1. Get to the source. Don't force. Okay? So I'm going to tell you a story. I have single-handedly supported the dentists of the world. I put my dentist's children through college. Okay? Every tooth in my mouth is capped to the tune of a Rolls Royce. Okay? So I was, to say a little neurotic about my children brushing their teeth is an understatement. So one day, Brittany was about 3.5 years old. And I said to her, okay, time to brush your teeth. And she said, no, because that was Brittany's middle name. Brittany, no, Lefkoe. No. So I pull out all the skills and tools that I teach. And I said, do you want to fly into the bathroom? Zzz. No. Should we skip into the bathroom? Make believe I'm skipping. No. I said, okay, how do you want to go into the bathroom? Marching band. Okay. So we march into the bathroom. We get into the bathroom, put the toothpaste on the toothbrush. Okay, Brittany, you're going to brush your teeth. No. I'm tired. It's 9:00 at night. I'm done. So, a little more cajoling, and at some point I said to her, okay, Brett, I put my arm around her neck. I'm seething. I get the toothbrush in my hand, and I'm shoving it in. This is true. This is honest to God, true story. And this little voice in my head said, at what cost? See, if she concludes I'm powerless, is it worth it? I don't care if she has no teeth. At which point I backed off and I looked at her and I said, you know what, Britt? I'm not going to force you to brush your teeth. I won't force you to do anything. However, when you get older, you just may lose all your teeth, and this is how you're going to talk. And she looks at me and she starts to laugh. So I said, sweetie, let me ask you a question. What is it about brushing your teeth that you hate? And she said, Mommy, the brush scratches my gums. And I said, wow, you have sensitive gums. I said, well, sweetie, maybe we could get a softer toothbrush. Would that help? And she said, yes. And I said, great. We want to fix things as parents. Make it stop. Make them stop crying. Make them stop doing something. Make them do something. Get to the source of the problem and never ask why. Do you know why you never ask why? Because why is meaning, and meaning is made up. They don't know why they do things. You don't know why you do things. It's all made up. What? What is it about this? What is it about broccoli? What is it about vegetables? What is it about doing your homework? Get to the source of the problem. Don't force, right? So here's 3 ways to make your children feel powerful. Let them have a voice. Listen. Let them have a voice and let them speak. You don't have to do everything they want, but let them have a voice. Number 2, negotiate. Let them go to bed 10 minutes earlier. Let them win. Because children who feel powerless have to always test the universe to see if they have power. Children who feel powerful don't have to do that. And the 3rd one is avoid saying because I said so at all costs. Okay? Key number 2. Make them feel important. Because if they don't when they're little, they won't when they're grown up. So, I'm going to tell you a story. So I have a client named Brad, and Brad called me up and he said, Shelly, I'm a workaholic, and I can't stop working. He said, I don't know my kids. My wife's ready to divorce me. I'm worth $10 million and I'm on the cover of business publications. When is it going to be enough? Anybody relate? And I said, never. It is never going to be enough because your achievements do not make you important. He said, I always feel like I have to prove myself. So his belief was, I'm not important, but what makes me important are my achievements. So as long as he's achieving, he feels important. When he's not achieving and he's at his kid's game, he doesn't feel important. Make sense? So it is really, really important. I ask people all the time, if you're in a room full of very successful, wealthy people, do you feel just as important as them? And even wealthy, successful people say, no. That's crazy. So the ways in which to make your children feel important is, everybody really please listen, put down your iPhone. And if you can't, you can say to your child, what you have to say to me is very important and I can't listen right now. As soon as I answer the email, take the telephone call, finish the project, you will have my undivided attention. So give your children attention. When you're on the road traveling, Skype them. And listen. Listen, and when I promise you this, as your kids get older and you're lying in bed with them at night, they love to talk. That's the time when they love to talk. Listen. And when they stop talking, don't talk. And they'll keep talking. That's how to make children feel important, and it's also how to have a profound relationship with your child.
And that was the incredible Shelly Lefkoe. Now, it is your responsibility to take charge of the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, and intellectual development of your children. As Shelly said, we need training on how to drive a truck, how to do someone's hair, or even better, especially for me, how to be a pole dancer. No, I don't see that happening. Yet anyone can be a parent and take on these huge responsibilities. I've always thought of parenting as being the biggest project you'll ever take on, to help guide your children through the beginning stages of their lives the best you can, providing the best you can, and set them up to go into the big, big, big wide world on their own. Now, that is all we have time for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.
The Learn, Develop, Live podcast, getting you ready for your next big adventure.
It was a big one.
Thanks for listening. You can find more motivational moments at LearnDevelopLive.com. And we'll be back to inspire you again tomorrow.